43, 44, 45 different hearing aid brands that I found from a quick 5-minute web search. How are you supposed to make sense of all that? I'm here to help right after you hit the like button. All right, so yes, there are a million hearing aid brands, but I can make this way easier for you quickly because it's estimated that just 5 manufacturers account for 90% of all hearing aids sold worldwide. These 5 manufacturers are known in the hearing aid industry as the Big Five. And it's the brands of those 5 manufacturers, 6 in total, which are pretty widely regarded as the best, and most people in the industry would agree that as a consumer, your safest bet is picking one of these 6 brands for a few reasons. First is simply stability. These 6 brands have been around for a while. Some have roots dating back over 100 years. They are the giants in the industry and will be around to support their hearing aids in the future. Now, if you buy a smaller brand or like a regional brand or a startup hearing aid brand, that is inherently going to be a little more risky because it's more common for new hearing aid brands to go out of business. And when they do, there's no one to support the products. Even brands that look like they're doing well and are getting traction in the market and nationwide distribution, they've been known to just disappear. The second reason to buy one of these brands is because they have the most funds to dedicate to research and development. We are talking entire campuses just for R&D purposes. And there's a deep talent pool at these companies. An example of this is Starkey, who recently hired an ex-Intel executive that helped Starkey develop the first hearing aid with artificial intelligence that ended up being named one of Time's best inventions. These kinds of innovations can take years or even a decade to sort of trickle down to smaller brands that don't have the same resources. And the third reason to buy one of these brands is the distribution networks of the biggest brands are unmatched. What I mean by that is basically in every decent sized city in the US, you're going to be able to find a service provider, a hearing care provider for all of these brands. That's not the case with smaller brands. So if you buy a smaller brand and your hearing provider goes out of business, you really could find yourself driving 100 miles to the next nearest provider to get that hearing aid serviced. Whereas if you buy a big brand and your provider goes out of business, it's pretty easy to find another provider nearby that can service your hearing aids. Now, which of these 6 brands is the best? Well, that's a little like asking which car brand is the best. You know, it depends on your needs. Every hearing aid brand has things that they're good at, kind of niches where they're better than others, and things that they're not so good at. Here's some examples, and these things tend to change over time. So if you're watching this video a year from now, 5 years from now, these things may no longer be true. But as an example, right now, Phonak is leading the way on Bluetooth connectivity. Their hearing aids can pair and stream with the widest array of devices. So if Bluetooth is important to you, give Phonak a look. Starkey right now is the only one of these brands that makes in-the-ear and rechargeable hearing aids. So for some people, they're going to be the best. Signia and Widex have unique features that no one else has that help people with tinnitus or ringing in the ears. So if you can think about what you want out of your hearing aids and kind of rephrase the question, for example, to like, what is the best rechargeable hearing aid or what is the best invisible hearing aid? Those kinds of questions are easier to answer. So the more you can define your needs, the better. For example, if you want something that's rechargeable, custom molded, streams to iPhone, that narrows down your search from hundreds of models to, at the time of this video, just one, and that's going to be the best brand for you. So all this to say, the best brand is the one that does what you need it to, and those brands will change over time. It's very much a question of what is best for your needs at the time you buy. I know that's not the easy answer that most people want, but it's the true answer, and if you have a hearing provider telling you, that one brand is the best and no other brand can hold a candle to it, you may want to look for a different hearing provider. Just my opinion, some will disagree, but keep in mind that they're wrong. All right, that's a wrap for this video. Post your questions in the comments below, subscribe to our channel, and I will see you on the next one.